The story of David and Goliath. Long ago, in the land of Israel, a fierce battle brewed between the Israelites and the Philistines. The Philistines gathered their armies in the valley of Elah, led by their champion Goliath, a giant of a man standing over 9 feet tall. Armed with a massive spear, shield, and armor that gleamed in the sunlight, Goliath struck fear into the hearts of the Israelites. Each day, for 40 days, Goliath marched to the front lines and issued his challenge. "Why have you come out to fight? Choose one man to face me. If he kills me, we will be your servants. But if I kill him, you will serve us." His words terrified the Israelites, and none dared to accept the challenge. Meanwhile, a young shepherd named David tended his father's sheep in Bethlehem. David was the youngest of 8 brothers, and his 3 oldest brothers were already with King Saul's army. One day, David's father, Jesse, sent him to deliver food to his brothers and check on their welfare. When David arrived at the camp, he heard Goliath's challenge. Unlike the other soldiers, David was not afraid. Filled with righteous anger, he asked, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" David's boldness reached King Saul, who summoned the young shepherd. David said to the king, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul was skeptical. "You are only a boy, and Goliath has been a warrior from his youth," he said. But David replied, "When I was tending my father's sheep, I fought lions and bears. The Lord who delivered me from them will deliver me from this Philistine." Moved by David's faith, Saul agreed and offered him his armor. However, the armor was too heavy and unfamiliar, so David chose to face Goliath with only his staff, sling, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook. As David approached the battlefield, Goliath sneered and mocked him. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he roared. "Come here, and I will feed your flesh to the birds and wild animals." David stood firm and replied, "You come against me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel. Today, the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and all will know that there is a God in Israel. It is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's." With that, David reached into his bag, took out a stone, and placed it in his sling. As Goliath moved closer, David swung the sling and let the stone fly. The stone struck Goliath on the forehead, sinking deep into his skull. The mighty giant fell face down to the ground, dead. David ran to Goliath, took the giant's own sword, and cut off his head as a sign of victory. When the Philistines saw their champion defeated, they fled in terror. The Israelites gave chase, driving them out of their land. David's triumph over Goliath became a testament to the power of faith, courage, and trust in God. Though small in stature and seemingly ill-equipped, David demonstrated that with God on his side, no obstacle was too great to overcome. From that day forward, David's name was celebrated throughout Israel, and he began his journey toward becoming one of the greatest kings in Israel's history.